My name is Stephen Cuffey, and this is for the Billion Coin. It's a pleasure to have of you, and I believe hopefully I have Merlene coming on, or either family members coming on, whoever that may be watching me. Hope our two little ones, Kayla and Caitlin, is there too. I am now showing also on YouTube right now, and my YouTube channel, and the Stephen Cuffey, because I clicked the YouTube button, so you should be able to see me. I'm actually going to go to my YouTube channel to see if that's fact. I want to make sure that I'm showing there. I should be there. Yep, showing live. That's where I am. Yep. Yep, there I am. I'm yep, right there. Yep. Okay, I'm going to click out of that because I want to be no echoes and stuff. Okay, now. Okay, thank you, Mr. Simone, for being there out of Italy. Got a fine country there you're living in. He's originally from the Bangladesh community. I'm sorry that I haven't been able to get there. Brother Haroon, thank you so much for being there as well. Thank you, sir. Okay, because folks, there's a lot of chatter going on in TBC right now. A lot of people, some people are unhappy, some other people are saying, voicing their opinion on the quote billionaires, the people who have at least one TBC coin, and that firm new policy that admin had put out the other day. And I know some leaders such as Randy Wilson and Dan Lux and some other leaders have voiced their feelings about it, and some of them are not in agreement. How it went across. I'm not sure if it's what it is how it went across, and so my understanding, Randy said that that the admin has rescinded it. So I'm gonna go back and go over that and see. And I'm sure that Randy said it's rescinded. I'm sure it is true. At least until October, but we still should be paying that 25 fee today. From my understanding, that was the last notice I got from admin. Now I'm gonna go back and read that again and go over with you all. Okay. And I see people coming in the chat area right now, folks. I want to first apologize for being late today, but I was in still finishing up helping a person over in South Africa, and my brother Emmanuel, who's also part of this opportunity, TBC, helping him with some things regarding his wife's account in another opportunity, and that went a lot longer than it should have. I can't have that running into this particular opportunity. Okay, all right, folks. Thank you so much for being here. Now, let's go ahead. I'm gonna share my screen. Okay, I should be sharing my screen now, and I'm gonna go to the blog. Okay, we're gonna spend a little time on the blog for this, so we can try to hopefully get some clarity on some things. Okay, the first one here. Okay, this is from admin, folks. Admin is open to adjusting the new policy. Okay, and this is from admin. Okay, admin says, first of all, I am the overseer of the Kringle Society. Don't recognize the outspoken group of TV members as the Kringle Society Privy Council, and should remain from even suggesting such. As I have said before, I'm open to debates and hope they can be done with love and respect. I have spent a great number of hours today listening to many points of view, mostly those upset with the new policy. I have listened carefully to reach each of these members, and I'm glad we can discuss this and deal with the issues connected to the new policy. So we currently have 30 days remaining before the new policy takes effect, and within that time, we can discuss among ourselves and sort out some of the options, and that certainly can result in making the adjustment to the new policy, which may or may not affect the things that, like the effective date, the wording of the policy, or anything else relevant to the new policy. Okay? Okay, it says, so far, I find it interesting that one of these members are upset while I made any references to the blog where I explained the new policy, and this right here. The situation is more complex than those think it is, and the debate should be done with an open mind. And the outspoken should be open to changing their minds too. Members should recognize and understand admin's point of view and be open to discuss the issues that brought the new policy to the front of the awareness of the TBC community. I will continue to bring out many of the complexities connected to the web of issues that intersect with the new policy. The process of bringing all of these to light will certainly be enlightening to all that get involved in the debate. Be of good cheer because all is well that ends well. Thank you, admin. That was a very nice, well put blog post. Okay, because I know quite a few people had some problems on how it was presented in one of the blogs. I haven't put it in the blog. All right. Good news. This says good news pathway for regular members to assess the benefits of merchant promo. Okay. Okay. This is a promo here. It says all of the existing merchants that upload their business license now to their merchant listings, all 958 of them. Once they upload the documents, I, the admin of TBC, will be notified and I will review their entire listing, especially the business's documents showing they are fully authorized to operate a real business, such as a business license. Business licenses are public information, and usually merchants hang them on the wall within their business in an area that the public can access and see them. If I like what I see, then I will select admin reviewed, which will trigger the merchant promo to activate for the KCBO account. So the merchant's promo is not automatic. See, this is what y'all gotta understand. See, the merchant promo is not automatic. Give the admin at least 48 hours to review before contacting support to see why they haven't seen reviewed yet. Review does not mean approve. We don't have the resources of the admin side to vet these merchants, but admin reviews them as a good sign. Ultimately, it is all up to you, the members, that will vet these merchants as you seek places for them to spend your kringles. Enhancements of the merchant side of our website will be happening ongoing. This is basically version 1.1. So this is kind of like the beginning of this whole using these admin credits and getting benefits from it, folks. It's not automatic. They have to go through these steps. I'll go on. We need more merchants fast. And you know what? I'm going to stop there. You know why admin said it? Because merchants are a very important part of our whole reaching a billion members. It says we need merchants fast. So we will give merchants an admin credit deal 50 per week, 50 times per week. They will get 2 additional admin credits every time they use at least 2 credits up to 50 times a week. In other words, up to 100 admin credits a week during September to use to sign up as many as 400 of their customers in September. This could create 4,000 to 5,000 monthly passive residual income for them starting in October. Do you realize that 400 times 400 times 400 times 400 is over 1 billion people? This is going to be huge. Admin goes on to say this. I bet you would like the same deal that the merchants are getting, right? So if you help us out by signing up merchants. You can also get up to 400 admin credits within the month of September. Wow. Sign up at least one merchant a week starting now, and you will get up to 100 admin credits that week. Just remember, it is a use it or lose it deal. If you don't use 100 credits that week, then you lose them. That's why you should issue 2 at a time. The week begins and ends at the same time the Bitcoin contest ends and begin and end. You see that? You hear that part? Y'all get that part? It starts at the same time the Bitcoin contest ends and ends. Same thing for the merchant. Okay? If you hustle, you can sign up one merchant every week for the next 4 weeks and get up to 400 admin credits to use them at the end of September. That would put you in the same position as some of the TV leaders using a pay it forward strategy to build up and to get referrals fast. The best part of that, admin credits do not count towards winning Bitcoin contests. Of course, no Bitcoin bounties are paid out when using admin credits because 50% of the 0 Bitcoins sent into admin is still 0. And I cannot pay something out of nothing. But wouldn't it be great if you can get some Bitcoin contests as a result? It says wouldn't it be great if you won some Bitcoin contests as a result of this merchant promo? Let's hustle in September. Okay, just showing a diagram of your back office there. And it says going on to say here, it says, please use the referral link for merchants when you sign up a merchant so that you will get the admin credits for this merchant promo. See, it's showing you in its diagram what you should do, okay? Once I will look over your merchant's listing, and I will say I like what I see. If I like what I see, especially it comes to what I see in the business documents, and I click on admin reviewed for the merchant, that would trigger you getting your first 2 credits towards the merchant promo. And once you use those 2 to get 2 more, so on until you have used all 100 admin credits that week, or the week comes at the end and whatever admin credits are due to time frame of use. Okay, I hope y'all understand that if you don't, the best thing I always tell you to go over it again. Just go over it again. You'll understand it. All right, now let's keep going here. This was a debate. This is just going on about the debate that MB Derek put out. I saw it. It was everyone about what I guess he was voicing what Randy had said. Okay, everybody got their opinions. But you know one thing, like Randy said, made some very good points. You know what opportunity grow? How does the opportunity grow? Does it grow by sitting still and everybody in agreement? Of course it doesn't. You're gonna have some people have a difference of agreement. In this particular time, based on what admin had put out before, it currently upset some people, some leaders in the community, and they're voicing their opinion and they're debating on it. Okay? And admin is seeing it. This was a big article. Wow. I'm gonna go over this because I didn't never go over this particular one. Did I go over this one? Let me see. Oh, yes, I did. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. I went over this one. Or did I? Maybe I didn't. Let me put it here. Let me go over it. All right. Let me see. Is anybody who's in our chat room? Okay. Okay, I'm just seeing in our chat room. Let me go over this. This was read. This was posted before the first one I started out. So keep that in mind, okay, folks. It says here, I like to enter the debate for the most fundamental level. Should TBC exist? I created TBC, and it's from admin. I'm the admin of TBC. Why did I create it? When I look into the world I live in, I see so much poverty and misery that started to question everything. Through much personal research, I found out that the entire world we live in is being run by the elite. The elite gather in secret to make their plans for the world. From their point of view, they own us. They own all of us. It says they gather in secret because they are evil. Over the last 3.5 years, I have exposed the elite over and over again right here in this blog. Pizzagate. Pizzagate is not a theory; it is real, and the evidence is all over the internet. Only evil people would do that. This blog is full of many evil things they are doing. Okay, let me keep going. It says, how do the elite run the world? They create central banking that allows them to create money out of the air without accountability and without real auditing. That is so true. Who calls it? Who actually holds the central banking system accountable? No one does. Okay. All right. It says I've exposed this many times in the blog. They have manipulated all of the handful of countries to use their global central banking system, and the results speak for themselves. It is devastating that the whole world and is the source of widespread poverty, war, crime, and human misery. Because of the central banking government issue money out of the barrel of a gun, I believe I believe that is barbaric. And my point of view, humanity has evolved past the point of being barbaric. And now it goes on to say this. Goes on to say this. Bitcoin is a leap forward out of barbaric. When it comes to the idea of money, Bitcoin is not issued out of the barrel of a gun. Because let's face it, Bitcoin is far from mass adoption. So you can't really spend Bitcoin today, right? Most merchants in the world, from large to small, don't accept Bitcoin for payment for their goods and services. Bitcoin has already succeeded to get the attention of every country in the world, and world leaders are debating what to do about it. Thankfully, though, the countries have allowed it to continue to develop without being forced to stop people from using it. The problem is Bitcoin is leaning on the system of the elite that created, which is the public markets. So it is hard to own large amount of Bitcoin without becoming a trader in the public markets. Poor people are poor traders. The public markets are highly without becoming a trader. Let me see. It says public markets are designed by are highly unpredictable. So even with Bitcoin, the rich gets richer and the poor gets poorer. Bitcoin is too deeply entrenched into public markets right now, and it seems hopeless it will ever be free from the entanglement. The only thing wrong with Bitcoin because of the public markets is that it's viewed as a form of property that is owned by its user. Some many governments around the world are taxing the people that own Bitcoin usually in a capital gains tax. Usually in a capital gains tax. That is a major problem for both the people and the governments because tax law is so complicated, and Bitcoin comes easy from one jurisdiction to another, which makes regulation and enforcement a daunting task because even the various governments around the world are in disagreement with each other. Now, admin goes on to say that TBC is another alternative to barbaric system of the elite have created. Well, we are firmly peer-to-peer coin today, and the path forward for us is not the public markets. Our path forward is gathering merchants that will accept TBC for payment for their goods and services. That is a clean path so that we can remain self-regulated and private. See our public notice to understand that. You don't own TBC because I've issued these coins as a creator as a stewardship. And notice the admin put in capital stewardship. The good news is you don't pay capital gains tax for your TBC coins. We are in a distribution phase of TBC, and we remain in a distribution phase until the admin wallet is empty. It is bad news that you have been responsible with what I have created, and that no harm should be done using TBC. TBC motto is do no harm. It is too much to expect people to be good stewards. Responsibility is key to holding TBC. TBC holds real value based on the membership agreement. There is nothing more valuable on earth than mankind. Don't ever try to debate me on that. It says when one living man makes up an agreement with another living man, that is the exercise of free will. It is undeniable that we will live in a free will universe. Governments and societies come and go, but the free will universe remains. Every member of our society adds one grain of value to that TBC coin, which is limited to 1 billion coins by agreement. It is pure willful ignorance if you don't know that about TBC. I agree. All right. We stop counting members when we reach 1 billion members. It says we stop counting members when we reach 1 billion members. When we enter the economic phase of TBC, we will have a stable currency where every TBC coin holds a value of 1 billion grains. Okay? Measuring the value of TBC in grains grounds TBC, but we are not backed by gold. And we should be careful how we reference our relationship to gold to avoid the confusion. The nature of the distribution phase and the economic phase are very different from each other. Risk is a part of life and unavoidable. There is risk in a distribution phase. That risk comes in 1,000 flavors. The flavors must be out of concern right now. That is, what if we fail to distribute all of the TBC coins? What happens then? Let's face it. If we fail to distribute all the coins, TBC coins, then TBC dies. I will be responsible to complete our mission if we fall to react up. Let me see. It will be impossible to complete our mission if we fall to reach our objective of having 1 billion members. The distribution phase of TBC is also the establishing value phase of creating a stable currency to use. In the economic phase of TBC, the value will be established already and unquestioned. When 1 billion people come together in agreement that 1 TBC coin is worth 1 billion grains, now, how will the world be able to deny that? The risk is real, but fear concerning it is a choice. Okay? All right? Let me keep on, because this is a very long blog post. Okay, let's keep going. All right, choice. Okay. Let's just say that fear and love don't go together. As the admin of TBC, I am asking all of the members to question their fears. Are they necessary? Was force used to make you use TBC? It says, was force used to make you use TBC? No. You don't have to use TBC. You don't have to believe in TBC. You have thousands of choices to make you have thousands of choices on which currency you want to support. Understand this, TBC has been a pathway for both failure and success. The ultimate failure would be the resignation of the TBC created during the distribution phase of TBC. Look what happened to Apple when Steve Jobs was forced out of his job running Apple. Apple almost died as a company, and they begged Steve Jobs to come back and complete what he started. His vision for Apple was required in order to for it to become what a major brand it is today. Greed was at the same source of reason they put Steve Jobs through that mess. So I too have a unfulfilled vision of the distribution phase of TBC, and a great vision ahead of the economic phase of TBC. This is the purpose of my life, and that God has ordained me to do even more. I was uh, Before I was born. Failure is not an option for me. You hear that from Edmund? It says failure is not an option for me. We can experience failures along the way, but we really don't fail until we give up. Then that is failure. I view failure on a path of opportunities to make necessary changes in order to reach success. Only the willful ignorant will say that the TBC is a failure today. We have way more things to prove of then when have it has we says we have more things to prove of then we have concerns. The goodness of TBC is too much larger than our current shortcomings. TBC, it says TBC is well on its way of manifesting into reality its vision, its mission to end global poverty. Why stop now? The debate is not going to stop us. That's for sure. In fact, it is already making us stronger, and that is a good thing. The world needs TBC. We So that the people have a clear alternative to the barbaric money being used out of the barrel of a gun. The elite must have a unchanged must have been unchanged for far too long, and TBC is rising up to the task of challenging their evil system. It's a lot here, folks. Okay, I know I've read a lot. I know most people are not going to go through all of this, but as I said before, I try to go through every blog. Okay, I try to go through it. In fact, I do go through it. Okay. It goes on, it says, TBC recognizes the value of living men and women. To my knowledge, no other currency in the world recognizes that. I was the first member of TBC and placed my value on it, but not as a slave. I am a master of my destiny, a destiny of great worth. Each member does since each member since does likewise, and TBC is a set of tools for each of for each of them to use to empower all of them to do great things. Great things like what you expect millionaires and billionaires to do with their money. TBC is also a school. Okay? Y'all hear that? TBC is also a school, and each member a student to learn how to act, speak, and think like a millionaire or billionaire. I'm going to read that sentence over again so y'all can hear that. TBC is also a school, and each member a student to learn how to act, speak, and think like a millionaire billionaire. This kind of transformation is exactly what the world would expect if someone is going to claim they are a millionaire billionaire. A bunch of zeros on a computer or a phone screen is not enough to be acceptable for them. They will expect you to live up to the titles. This is all part of my vision of TBC, and it is the way we will lift up humanity in global poverty, in poverty globally. Buried deep inside of every poor person is a millionaire screaming to come out. TBC will release the poor and the millionaires inside out of the prison of suppression that the elite have locked them into. Don't be afraid of the person letting you out. My calling in life is to release the slaves. I believe a self-made millionaire is long before I became a self-made millionaire long before TBC I started TBC, and I know the way. So follow me. The SEC investigation was the hardest test we had to pass. Thanks to the people that helped us formalize this Kringle society, TBC has been able to press forward without interference from governments. TBC is a lawful currency within a lawful society. We do not seek authorization to operate from any government. We operate privately. Say that again. We operate privately. Okay, but we must be responsible. Otherwise, anything less than responsible would call for governments to get involved in our efforts. And I'm gonna just say this, folks. We don't want that to happen. It is also implied that we must regulate within the word self-regulate. As admin, it is my duty to regulate and stop any misuse of currency I created. Okay, many of you have made that job very hard. It is far better to set standards where our numbers are in the millions than wait until our numbers are in the billions. Based on my projections for our current growth forward, we are very close to reaching our objective of 1 billion members. So that is why I felt it is important to issue a new policy. Making policy is how regulations is done. Enforcing the policy is on the other side. We need to live up to our motto: do not harm. Personal responsibility is absolutely necessary. You will never become a millionaire, let alone a billionaire, without personal responsibility. It is a fundamental principle that we all have to embrace. So embrace it. TBC offers unheard. It says TBC offers unheard of leverage during the distribution phase. Cookie rewards are amazing. During the 2019 promo, when the member purchases 40 grams from an older member, in most cases, how much is distribution? How much distributed from the admin wallet to that purchasing member? Over one whole TBC value at over $10 million today. Once the member redeems their cookies, right? That is unheard leverage. Granted, the value most is locked up until we complete the distribution phase of TBC. But so what? The leverage is real. What if my projections is correct? We are just a few months away from completing the distribution phase. How much was admin paid in the transaction? Nothing, right? Admin is not paid to be involved in transactions. Transaction fees are for admin fees are for access, and not too important. Admin fees are paid to access the right billionaire position. A little gratitude would be nice to see having access to so much leverage. Okay, we're getting near the end of this, folks. I know this is a very long blog post, probably one of the longest we've had. Okay, folks, I really could write a whole book on the answer to the question, should TBC exist? But this is a pretty good article to answer that question. Use your free will any way you want. And always remember that good, both and bad, consequences follow. So the responsibility for goodness sake. So be responsible for goodness sake. Don't blame others for your shortcomings. Otherwise, you'll never be able to conquer yourself. For every problem, there is a solution, but solution oriented. TBC is also a challenge to bring out the best of yourself. Plus, your best version will make my job a lot easier. Don't worry, we will find 1,111 111,111 members that will be happy to pay 8 grains admin fee every month from now on. Trust me, when we are done, all that same number I just stated will live up to the expectation of being a billionaire, and the world the world is giving to love them very much. Mankind is ready for a currency of the people, by the people, and for the people. The situation is far too complicated than most of you think it is. This article is just the tip of the iceberg of what I bring to light regarding it. Expect many articles to come to bring clarity and answers. And if you have what it takes, you will fill one of those billionaire positions. Stay close to the blog. It is here to lift you up. But folks, that was a very, 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 very long article. Okay? But I went through it, and I'm gonna say this to you. I'm gonna come out of this one here. Let me see if there's anything else here. There's some more here, but this has been a long, almost an hour broadcast, folks. So I'm gonna come out of this. Okay, let me come out of this broadcast here. Let me come out of this. Stop screen sharing. Folks, I'm gonna say this to you. I highly recommend that you go through these blog posts. I know they're long, but they're very, very meaningful. It gives you some clarity, it gives you some understanding of where admin sees things as far as us in TBC. If you're not with the plan, if you're not with the growth to seeing this thing to its very end, then I ask you to step down. It's not for you. It's okay. To have differences in opinion is okay. That's showing our growth. Like Randy said, I don't believe TBC is going anywhere. Maybe admin had to put it to you that way to wake some people up. Okay, but you surely can't expect to this thing to go as practically free, paying nothing, while you holding millions and billions of TBC coin in your wallet, and folks, it is not yours. You are a steward of that income. That income is supposed to be used to help people get out of poverty. At some point, it will happen during our economic phase. But you got to understand, folks, you simply have to. You have to understand your place in TBC. Because whatever I have said all the time when I've been doing broadcasts, over 500 broadcasts I've done now, what I've always said, you got to know what TBC is, what it isn't, and what your correct role is. And see, the problem is, you know what a lot of people don't know? They don't really know what TBC is. They think they know. They may know what it isn't, but they don't know. They know they know they're distributors of the coin, but what does that involve? You see my point? What does your correct role involve? You have to make sure you understand, folks, that you really understand your place here in TBC and our growth. For me, $25 a month is not a lot of money here in the United States. It's just not. In other countries, it very well may be. Okay? But none of us as TBC members can expect to continue to run on that old $10 a year thing. See, in my opinion, I think that admin was too gracious to us to do that. But admin was trying to help those ones that couldn't afford it. But we can't keep functioning like that to move forward to get to 1 billion members. So the problem was, for most people, when admin said for those that didn't pay the $25 fee, or those that were not following the new rule, and those that were discounting would get it. The discount need to go. Yes, you need to get rid of their wallets. If they're buying their discounting wallets, they need to go. We don't need to do that anymore. That's old news that we dealt with in the old blockchain of TBC 004. We don't deal with that anymore. That could have destroyed us. We're not going to deal with that in TBC 009. I agree with TBC admin. Let's deal with them strongly. But I don't know if we could come down hard on the people that was the forefronters of TBC, and the members that actually bought hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and maybe some thousands of people in the TBC. No, I don't think they should just cut off their wallets. Yes, I think some of those people need to get active because they were really active at one point. I've seen people viewpoints. I agree with some of it, and some of it I agree, and some of it I don't. I'm not here to give my opinion. I'm here to support something that I have been in too many opportunities where I've seen changes and seen these kind of reactions. And all it means that it's growth. Those that strongly feel and don't want to follow the system or follow whatever the admin says or whoever in charge says. See, folks, like Ed Randy said, there's always. See, we're as people, we got to understand where we come from. You come from a system by which you're governed. You do. He was so right about that. Most of the world does. We conform to it. So why is it hard to conform to change? Okay? It's simply no way possible that this whole operating see what I think what y'all don't understand, a lot of people don't understand. You got to understand blockchain technology, which I've been taught, so I have a better understanding of it. I self-taught these things, and I've talked to people, and I'm telling you, it's not hard. It's not easy when we got a third-party blockchain company that's running it, and then they got to be paid. The people that's doing the tech support has got to be paid. Why do you people think think the admin don't need this money? It's already a self-made millionaire. Admin want to see that you benefit, but you can't get something out of nothing, folks. You can't expect to pay for something and get nothing. You can't pay into any online system and expect to get. You got to get something out of it, but you got to pay into it first. Now I get it. Some countries may have trouble paying $25 in their own currency, but people like Canada, United States, UK, some of the people the early adopters of TBC that started building teams, they can probably pay. But see, I think where admin said they're going to cut their wallets if they don't follow the whole new policy. That's where I think that something went wrong there. But admin is open to a debate. But at the same time, as admin said in the actual body of the blog post I read, not stopping TBC. Let it keep going while we having this debate and doing this month. I'm kind of glad that this came up. It kind of woke up some people that were kind of dead. I don't hear no from some of these old people. I'm not mentioning no names, but I know who they are. Even some people that's not even in TBC no more. That my team was connected with. That person's not in no more. But I heard that person's cry. I saw the video. I don't necessarily agree with everything the person said. I think they got it all wrong based on what I know. See, if you go through every single blog post, if you was a part of something and get to every send button meeting like I am, practically, I run and tomorrow I'll be doing my broadcasters meeting 30 minutes before all the send button hosts. So you know I'm at send button meetings. I'm usually there. I have hardly missed any, and when I miss any, I'll go back and listen to it. So I'm getting my cookies. Most of the Bitcoin, most of the TBC coin that I have has been not because of what I bought. I've only bought for $300 worth when I started. So all these coins I have is based on the work as a broadcaster and the work of bringing well over 200 people into TBC, as well as what? As well as attending the send button meetings and doing the things the admin says in the Crinkle Cash back office. Now, do I need to do more? Of course. And that's what I'm getting starting the training, because I have made contact with the TBC admin. And it was incredible. I'm looking forward to more training. Okay? Despite all the things. I know admin's really busy right now. You know? Extremely busy. Because of all the debates and everything. I'm glad it came out. It really, I'm hearing some people I hadn't heard from, and I don't know when, about TBC. It's great to hear. So I want to thank everybody for coming today. You know, I want to thank everybody for coming today. Let me see here a minute. It's just saying thank you all. Hello, dear. I'm so glad you made it. Thank you, sweetheart, for seeing you here. Call me when you get a chance. I appreciate it. I saw you calling, but I was at the time I was still in another opportunity doing that. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Merlene. Thank you for being here. I hope that Kayla and Caitlin is watching. I hope so. Okay. Edwin. Oh God, Edwin is here. Oh man, my brother Edwin, out of the Netherlands. My brother. Oh, and guess what Edwin said? I like what you said, Edwin. Yes, not only read the blog, study the blog. Okay. See, folks, I'm so glad that I'm a student of the blog, because I'm not getting all up in the uproar like everybody else and getting upset. I don't get stressed out about that stuff. I know I've learned 10 years ago by multimillionaires that trained me. Don't stress over things, just conform to it. Learn to conform to change. Learn to conform to change. In my profession as a probation officer, right, years ago, we went through so many changes. It was shit. It would just blow your mind. And y'all getting mad at this stuff? Oh, getting upset? Are you kidding me? Oh, if I think about some of the changes I went through, and some of my coworkers at work years ago, oh my God, it would make your head spin. It would just sometimes would make you just quit, give up. And that's usually the attitude people have. Why? Why? Because change is uncomfortable to people. But does that mean that you can't conform to the change? See, that's what you got to ask yourself. Do you understand? In order for us to go forward, there have to be some changes that's made, and not everybody's going to agree. That's normal. Do y'all understand what's happening right now? It's very normal for almost any organization to go forward to its mission, whatever the mission is, whatever your goal is. I'm so I can't tell you how pleased I am to hear some people's voices I've listened to today. I've listened to YouTube, long YouTube videos, live. I've heard a lot of from all the leaders. Now I haven't talked to them personally. I'm just listening. I got my opinions, but I'm not stopping. My goal is not to stop TBC because I have a different of opinion. I get what people are saying. They don't want to get their coins taken away. But remember, it is not your coins anyway. You are a steward of those coins. It's in the public notice. It's in all the literature. See, if you don't read it, if you don't study it, you don't become an expert at it. I decided to be an expert of the blog a long time ago. Yeah, I said it. I decided to be an expert of something that I'm learning. But I'm not TBC admin. So I always got people messaging me from all around the world. What do I do this? Why does this mean? What does that mean? Become a student of the blog like I am, and maybe a few of us are. Because most of you out there read it. I just go a little step further. And that's how I've been with all my online business. And that's why my sweetheart Merlene we're going to be the best at everything. That's what I want us to be for us and our family. The best at everything we put our hands on. But they be the best at helping people get what they need, their needs met. See, it can't be about you. See, the problem with a lot of y'all still in TBC with a scarcity mindset. Yeah, I said it. A lot of you still in TBC with a scarcity mindset. And you got to get out of that mindset. By now, you should be better out of hearing. Listen, I've done over 500 broadcasts, and a lot of them are dealing with mindset one way or another. Many other broadcasters have done the same thing. And some of you have some broadcasters like Musa, done some fine broadcasts in French. Simone, another great broadcaster. Sharif Khan out of Bangladesh, another one. On and on and on. We get broadcasters come see me every day. So don't be so against something, be for something. And watch the change evolve the way you want it to anyway. See, everything can't be like you want it. You got to remember that. And any organization, it cannot always be like you want it. But can you get beyond yourself? Hear what I say now. Can you get beyond yourself to achieve the things that our awesome God have for you on this earth? Did you hear that? Can you get beyond yourself to achieve what God has for you anyway? Because the truth of the matter is, a lot of us block our own blessings on this earth. I just started opening my eyes. I started doing it years ago. I said, you know one thing? I notice every time I don't do something that should have happened, if I had just did that step, I could have been better off. So if people just stop to listen, maybe you know what they say in the Bible, maybe you just need to, what's that word they use? You need to just be still. Just be still. Sometimes people just need to be still. Won't move, don't say nothing, don't. The only thing you need to do is breathe. Because you got to breathe to survive. Because the problem, everybody want their hands on something, into something. You got to learn to let some things go and just roll with the system, roll with the punches, just roll with life. I don't know. That's why I live a very stressful free life. I don't let people bother me like that no more. You let people bother you, you'll be all screwed all up. So if admin make a change, am I going to get all bent out of shape? No. You got to learn to follow the system of change. A true system with a good mission and a good goals are going to have changes along the way in order for it to be successful, folks. Okay? Remember that. All right. So I want to thank everyone. I see some people here I've never seen before. Thank you so much for the people that's here. Thank you so much for coming. I have a lot of new people starting to support my broadcast because they know, oh, I received 500 broadcasts. That's a great feat. I'm not going to say it's a shortcoming. Yes, it's great. Admin sees it as great. A lot of people see it as great. I see it as great. My sweetheart Merlin sees it as great. But the thing is, what's really great is what's going to be great is us getting to 1 billion members and we impact this world and stop letting our elite take over. Because it's so true as it stated in here, they sit behind closed doors and plan for us all the time. While they always, now, we're going to have this X amount of money while we have them to do this. We're going to always be on top. That's how the mentality of some elite has. I know for a fact it does here in the U.S. And it happens in your country too. Don't have a closed mind to what people are doing right above you. Okay? All right, folks, I'd like to thank you all for being here. I'm sorry this took so long. It's well over an hour. It's been a long time since I did over an hour broadcast. But I want to thank all of you for being here. Well, actually, it wasn't an hour because I was about 15 minutes late today. So it's about an hour. But I'd like to thank all of you for being here. Most of all, my sweetheart being here and support me means the world to me and the world. Without you, see, Merlene is my rock. Okay? That's my rock here on earth. And she means the world to me and always will. Plain and simple. You know, give me a call, dear, when you get a chance. Because I see you in this chat area. Okay? He's always nice to people in his chat area, folks. Always nice. Okay? All right, folks. I'm going to be going now. And I hopefully I'll see a lot of you tomorrow for our broadcast meeting. That would be 11:30 my time, but 30 minutes before. How you know it is 30 minutes before the send button meetings are posted in our private broadcasting chat area. When I put the link out there, the Zoom link, make sure that you send it out to other broadcasters because it's just for broadcasters. We'll have my co-host MB Derek hopefully there, and also we will have admin there. Okay. All right, folks. Y'all have a great one. And I'll see y'all tomorrow. And support the send button meetings because the enrollment on those has been low. Admin was right. I noticed it a long time ago, months ago. People not coming like they should. See, if you don't, I told you before, I'm going to say this last part. It starts with your mindset, and then it starts with belief. Belief. You don't have belief in what your work, the operation you're in, like TBC, then why be in it? Why keep twiddling your thumbs and in it, but you're not in it? In it, but you're not in it. But not in it, whatever. Be in it to be in it to be in it. Be real. It's time for us all to wake up and be what truly God wants us to be anyway. People of abundance, not of one with lack and scarcity, because those things are artificial. Abundance is real. Okay? Y'all have a great one, and I'll see you tomorrow. Peace, everybody.